As we move into our later years, the prospect of finding peace, joy, and fulfillment takes on a new and urgent significance. Many of us begin to grapple with the idea of letting go, not just of things, but of the very roles we've spent a lifetime assuming. Letting go of our past selves, of endless ambition, and of the ways in which we have been defined by our relationships with others. It's a challenging process that demands reflection, courage, and the willingness to embrace change. Yet, what if I told you that closing the right doors in this chapter of your life could open you up to a life richer in meaning and satisfaction than you ever thought possible? What if, by turning away from certain habits, mindsets, and attachments, you could discover a profound peace that allows you to live authentically and joyfully? Embracing the later years, a journey to peace, joy, and fulfillment. In this video, we will delve into the 5 essential doors you must close to experience true happiness and serenity in your later years. But it's important to remember that closing these doors does not mean cutting yourself off from life. Instead, it's about creating space for what truly matters. For peace, for personal growth, and for deeper, more fulfilling relationships. We will explore why letting go of the past is essential to appreciating the present, how redefining ambition can lead to contentment, and how fostering peace within your family and personal connections can help you rediscover your true self. Additionally, we'll address how closing the door on harmful attachments and fears of the future can free you to embrace each moment with a sense of freedom and gratitude. If you desire to feel lighter, freer, and more at peace as you grow older, this video will guide you through the steps to make that happen. You'll learn how to live more authentically, honor the beauty of the present, and build a legacy that brings you joy, not stress. Stay tuned to discover life-changing insights that will forever alter the way you view aging. And if you're not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so that you don't miss any of the valuable content I'll be sharing. Your support means the world to me, and if you find this video meaningful, you can help me continue spreading these lessons by liking and sharing it. I would also love to hear from you. If you connect with the themes of this video, leave a comment with a 1. If not, comment 0 so I can improve my content and make it even better for you. Now let's dive into the first crucial step. The door to the past. Letting go without forgetting. The past is a place that holds both beauty and pain, joy and sorrow. It is a realm of cherished memories, of people we have loved and lost, and of experiences that have shaped us into who we are today. But when we linger too long in the past, it can become a heavy anchor, holding us back from the fullness of the present moment. In our later years, the past deserves to be treated with reverence and respect. It is a treasure trove of lessons and stories that have defined our journey. The victories, the struggles, the moments of quiet resilience, these are the things that helped form our character. Yet, for all its beauty, the past must not be a place where we live perpetually. We must be careful not to let nostalgia blind us to the possibilities that still await us in the present. The past can be a comforting place, a sanctuary where we find solace in the memories of old friendships, accomplishments, and even regrets. However, there is a danger in spending too much time in this realm. The more we dwell on the past, the more we risk losing sight of the beauty of today. Regret, in particular, can be a powerful force that keeps us tethered to a time that is no longer ours to control. And nostalgia, while it brings warmth and sweetness, can distort our perception, making us yearn for moments that may not have been as perfect as we remember. Rather than shutting the door on the past entirely, we must learn to keep it ajar, allowing us to visit it when needed but not to live in it. The past deserves to be honored and reflected upon, but it cannot be the lens through which we view our entire existence. Every memory, every regret, and every triumph has shaped us, but these experiences should inform our present, not define it. As we age, we find that the simple pleasures of life, the laughter of grandchildren, the beauty of a walk in nature, or the quiet satisfaction of enjoying a favorite book hold more meaning than ever before. These are the gifts of the present. They require us to be fully present and engaged, to release the weight of what has come before, and to open our hearts to what is unfolding before us. Closing the door to the past is not about forgetting it, it's about finding peace with it and allowing the present to shine through. It is in this present moment that we can truly begin to appreciate the depth and richness of life, no matter how many years have passed. The past is a part of us, yes, but it should not overshadow the beauty of now. The door to endless ambition, redefining success in the later years. Ambition has long been a powerful force in our lives, driving us to achieve, to strive, and to reach for heights we once thought unattainable. From our earliest years, we are taught that success is tied to external milestones, promotions, accolades, possessions, and accomplishments. We push ourselves to meet these goals, often sacrificing time with loved ones, our health, or even our own happiness in the pursuit of more. Yet, as we reach our later years, the nature of ambition must evolve. The relentless pursuit of success no longer brings the same fulfillment it once did. Instead of constantly striving for the next big achievement, we begin to ask ourselves, what is the real purpose of ambition? What is it all for, if not to bring us happiness, contentment, and peace? As we grow older, we come to realize that life is not about climbing the corporate ladder or attaining more material wealth. It is about embracing contentment, finding joy in the simple things, and cultivating deeper, more meaningful relationships. The door to endless ambition, once wide open, must now gently close. In its place, we must redefine what success means. It is no longer about proving ourselves to the world. It is about being true to who we are. Letting go of endless ambition does not mean abandoning all dreams or goals. It means allowing those goals to shift and align with the values and priorities that matter most in this stage of life. Perhaps success now looks like nurturing a passion, painting, writing, gardening, or volunteering. It might involve deepening connections with family and friends, leaving a legacy of love and kindness rather than material wealth. This shift can be disorienting for those of us who have spent decades driven by ambition. There may be moments of doubt, wondering if we are doing enough or if we are still valuable. But the answer lies in the lives we've touched and the love we've shared. Our worth is no longer measured by external achievements. It is measured by the richness of our relationships, the joy we bring to others, and the peace we find within ourselves. In this chapter of life, ambition takes on a softer, more personal form. It's about discovering new joys, exploring passions that were once set aside, and cherishing the present moment. This redefined ambition is not a race to the top, but a journey toward a deeper understanding of what makes life truly meaningful. The door to fear of the future, living in the moment. In addition to letting go of the past and ambition, one of the most liberating steps in later life is to close the door to fear of the future. The unknown can be a daunting thing, especially as we age. Concerns about health, finances, or leaving loved ones behind can create anxiety and worry that cloud our ability to live fully in the present. Yet, fear of the future is often based on things that may never come to pass. Worrying about what could happen next keeps us from experiencing the joy and peace that is available to us now. When we focus too much on what we cannot control, we miss out on the beauty of today. Living in the moment means releasing these fears and trusting that whatever the future holds, we will be able to face it with the strength, wisdom, and grace that we have cultivated over a lifetime. We cannot predict or control what will happen tomorrow, but we can choose how we respond to the challenges of today. And in doing so, we free ourselves from the weight of anxiety, allowing the present to shine brightly. The door to over-involvement in family matters. Family lies at the very heart of our existence. For many of us, it has been the foundation upon which our lives were built, a source of comfort, joy, and occasionally pain. From the very moment we become parents, we're thrust into roles that are both rewarding and challenging. We find ourselves sacrificing sleep for midnight feedings, missing out on personal milestones to attend those of our loved ones, and devoting our time, energy, and love to ensure their happiness and well-being. These small and significant acts of care and love weave a bond unlike any other. The bond we share with our family is sacred, shaped by years of shared experiences, joys, and heartaches. It is a bond that is unbreakable no matter how much time passes. However, as we grow older, a subtle and pivotal moment comes, a moment when we must learn to redefine our role within the family. The time inevitably arrives when we must reconsider how involved we continue to be in the lives of those we love. This isn't an easy transition. After all, how can we step back when we have spent so much of our lives pouring ourselves into the lives of our children, grandchildren, and extended family members? The instinct to protect, guide, and intervene remains strong. It's not easy to let go, particularly when we see our loved ones navigating the same challenges we once faced, balancing careers, raising families, and making decisions that will shape their futures. The temptation to step in and offer our wisdom and guidance is overwhelming. We want to shield them from making the same mistakes we did, to offer advice, and to prevent them from struggling. This inclination to become overly involved in their lives is natural, but it can be counterproductive. The truth is that stepping back, though difficult, can be one of the most loving acts we can perform. It's about recognizing that our loved ones have grown, and just as we once needed to carve our own paths, so too must they. Their journey is their own, and it's time to trust them to navigate their struggles, just as we did. The impact of over-involvement. Over-involvement, even with the best of intentions, can often do more harm than good. It's essential to understand that growth often comes through struggle. We've all faced difficulties that tested us and pushed us to develop resilience. These struggles, no matter how painful, shaped us into who we are today. By constantly stepping in to fix things or to offer advice, we rob our loved ones of the opportunity to learn from their own experiences. It is in those moments of failure, frustration, and adversity that real growth occurs. When we intervene too often, we prevent them from learning these vital lessons. They might not get the opportunity to pick themselves up after a fall, and without that experience, they may never develop the resilience they need for the future. Just as we needed the freedom to make mistakes and find our way, so do they. The greatest gift we can give our children and grandchildren is the freedom to carve their own paths, to stumble and rise again on their own terms. The act of letting go. Letting go of over-involvement doesn't mean abandoning our loved ones or stepping out of their lives. It simply means transforming our role. We shift from being the constant director of their lives to becoming a guide, one who offers wisdom when asked but refrains from imposing it. This new role is rooted in respect for their autonomy. It's about listening more than we speak, observing more than we instruct. It's a shift from taking charge to offering gentle support and encouragement when needed. Of course, this is not always an easy adjustment. There will inevitably be moments when we feel frustrated or upset with the decisions our loved ones make. We may find ourselves wanting to intervene, to step in and fix things. But this is where trust comes into play. We must trust the foundation we've laid for them, trust in their ability to navigate their own lives, and trust that our bond with them is strong enough to weather any storms. Over-involvement often stems from a place of love, but we must remind ourselves that the challenges our loved ones face are theirs to bear, just as our past struggles were ours. Stepping back from over-involvement doesn't mean abandoning love. Rather, it's about evolving our relationship. It's about allowing our loved ones to find their way while being there for them when they need us. We can still offer a listening ear, a warm embrace, and unconditional support, but we must learn to resist the urge to take over. Trusting in their journey, as difficult as it may be, is one of the greatest acts of love we can offer. Rediscovering ourselves. One of the unexpected gifts of letting go of over-involvement is the opportunity to rediscover ourselves. For many years, Our identities may have been closely tied to our roles as parents, caregivers, and protectors. We have been the anchor, the one who held the family steady in times of turmoil. But now, with the weight of those responsibilities eased, we have the chance to explore who we are beyond those roles. We can rediscover passions and hobbies we've set aside, dreams we've put on hold, or friendships we've neglected. As we let go of our constant involvement in the lives of our family members, we open ourselves up to a new phase of life. This is a time for us to focus on our own happiness, health, and well-being. It's a time to nurture ourselves, to savor the quieter moments that come with age. Letting go of over-involvement is not just a gift for our loved ones. It is a gift to ourselves. It allows us to live more fully, more authentically. Strengthening relationships. Stepping back from over-involvement often strengthens our relationships. This may sound counterintuitive, but when we no longer dominate the minutiae of our loved ones' lives, they begin to see us as equals. They start to come to us not out of obligation, but because they genuinely value our presence, wisdom, and experience. When we're no longer constantly intervening, we begin to experience a deeper, more meaningful connection. This is not to say that we no longer offer support or guidance, but when we refrain from stepping in at every turn, we allow our loved ones to come to us in their own time, seeking our advice and presence because they want it, not because they feel obligated. This creates a bond that is based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than dependence or expectation. Imagine the pride you might feel when you watch your children or grandchildren succeed, not because you fixed things for them, but because they succeeded on their own terms. The joy that comes from seeing them rise above challenges and knowing that you've nurtured their strength, not by stepping in to do the work for them, but by giving them the space to grow. This is the beauty of stepping back. It allows us to witness the incredible individuals they've become, individuals who have been shaped not just by our love, but by their own courage and determination. Letting go for our own peace. Finally, letting go of over-involvement is an act of self-love. It is a recognition that our well-being matters, that we deserve peace and happiness in this stage of life. It's about releasing the need to control the outcomes of our families' lives and instead focusing on our own happiness. By doing so, we free ourselves to live more fully in the present. We allow ourselves to enjoy the simple joys of life, whether it's a quiet morning with a cup of tea, a leisurely walk in the sunshine, or an afternoon spent pursuing a hobby we've longed to try. This shift, keeping the door to over-involvement gently closed, doesn't mean we stop being present for our loved ones. Instead, it creates space for healthier, more meaningful relationships to flourish. By stepping back, we find that we have more to offer our family, not through intervention, but through love, respect, and the freedom to just be. The door to fear of the future. As we grow older, the future, once an exciting horizon full of potential and promise, can often feel like an intimidating and uncertain path. In the earlier stages of life, the future held the glow of opportunity. It was a time when dreams were vivid, possibilities felt endless, and life was a series of milestones to achieve. However, as the years pass, the anticipation of what lies ahead can become overshadowed by the weight of uncertainty and fear. We start to wonder what will happen to our health, if we will have enough financial resources to live comfortably, or if we will become a burden on those we love. These fears, while completely natural, can easily grow larger than life itself, spiraling into a constant state of worry that diminishes the quality of our present existence. The nature of fear and uncertainty. In many ways, the fear of the future is born from the unknown. As we grow older, the changes we experience in our bodies, our relationships, and our place in the world often bring with them a sense of insecurity. We may begin to notice physical limitations like aches and pains that were once foreign to us. Our energy may not be as boundless as it once was, and the simple act of climbing stairs or bending down might become a reminder that time has taken its toll. We see friends and family age alongside us, and the inevitable truth that all of us will face mortality can create an unspoken undercurrent of fear. Furthermore, the world around us seems to change at a pace that can feel impossible to keep up with. Technology advances faster than we can learn to adapt, and societal shifts can leave us feeling disconnected from a younger, more fast-paced generation. It is easy to feel out of place in a world that no longer looks familiar, and the fear of being left behind can be overwhelming. The illusion of control. Often, these fears become intertwined with a desire for control. We feel as though if we could just control the future, we would have peace. But the reality is, the future is uncontrollable. No matter how many plans we make or precautions we take, there is no way to know exactly what lies ahead. This realization can be difficult to accept. We've spent much of our lives planning, preparing, and managing, and relinquishing this sense of control can feel like giving up. Yet the truth is, clinging to the illusion of control is not only unrealistic, it's harmful. It's a constant battle that we will inevitably lose, and the only way to free ourselves from it is to accept that uncertainty is a natural and inevitable part of life. The role of acceptance. Acceptance is the first step in overcoming the fear of the future. While the word acceptance can sometimes feel like a passive surrender, it is, in fact, an empowering choice. Acceptance does not mean resignation, nor does it imply giving up hope or ambition. It simply means recognizing that the future is beyond our control, and that's okay. It's about finding peace with the unknown, knowing that life will unfold as it will, regardless of how much we worry about it. This mindset shift allows us to live more fully in the present moment, rather than being consumed by what may or may not happen in the future. In fact, the more we embrace uncertainty, the more freedom we find. We can begin to see that life is not about controlling every aspect of our journey, but about enjoying the ride with all its twists and turns. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is another powerful antidote to the fear of the future. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective. It is easy to fall into the trap of wishing for things we don't have, whether it's better health, more money, or a sense of purpose. But when we pause to reflect on the blessings we have in our lives right now, fear begins to lose its grip. Our health, while perhaps not perfect, is still a gift that allows us to experience the world. Our relationships, though imperfect, provide us with connection and meaning. The memories we've created over the years, even those that are tinged with loss, remind us of the richness and depth of the life we've lived. In these quiet moments of gratitude, we come to understand that what we already have is enough. It's a simple shift, but it brings profound peace and calms the mind. Preparation for the future. While acceptance and gratitude help us to face the present with peace, preparation also plays a key role in alleviating the fear of the future. Taking proactive steps to ensure that we are ready for what lies ahead can provide a sense of confidence and security. One of the most common sources of anxiety in old age is financial uncertainty. Questions like, will I have enough money to live comfortably? Or, what if I run out of resources? Can leave us feeling vulnerable. Preparing for the future, whether through saving, investing, or making plans for retirement, can help us feel more in control of our financial well-being. It's not about hoarding or creating a perfect safety net, but about taking responsible actions to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Similarly, preparing for health challenges is an important step in reducing fear. While we cannot predict the future, we can make decisions today that will benefit us in the years to come. Regular checkups, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and staying active are all ways to give our bodies the best chance at longevity and vitality. Equally important is discussing healthcare preferences with loved ones. Having conversations about what kind of care we want as we age can alleviate concerns about being a burden to others. It ensures that our wishes are known and respected, which allows us to move through the future with dignity and clarity. The comfort of faith. For many people, Faith is a source of strength when facing the unknown. Faith doesn't necessarily have to be religious in nature, though for some, it may be a deep belief in a higher power. For others, faith can manifest as a belief in oneself in the love and support of family and friends, or in the enduring goodness of life itself. Faith provides a sense of reassurance, knowing that no matter what challenges come our way, we will have the strength and resilience to face them. Personally, I find comfort in the quiet belief that life, in all its ups and downs, holds lessons, blessings, and opportunities for growth. No matter what the future holds, I trust that I am capable of handling it, and that I am never truly alone. For those who share this faith, it can be a source of immense comfort, providing hope even in the darkest times. Staying engaged with life. Another way to counteract the fear of the future is to stay engaged with life. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life is behind us, that the best years are over. But in reality, every day offers a new opportunity to create something beautiful, to learn something new, or to experience joy. Engaging with life, whether it's through a hobby, volunteering, or learning a new skill, keeps us connected to the present moment. It serves as a reminder that life is still vibrant, that we still have the capacity to grow, and that there are always new possibilities to explore. For me, I've found immense fulfillment in the small, everyday pleasures: gardening, taking walks in the fresh air, savoring a good book, or spending time with loved ones. These moments may seem simple, but they are deeply nourishing. They remind us that even in the later years of life, there is beauty and joy to be found in the present. Legacy and letting go of fear. When it comes to the fear of the future, many of us also grapple with questions about our legacy. What will we leave behind? Will we be remembered for our achievements, or will our lives fade into obscurity? These questions can stir up fear, but they can also provide clarity. Legacy is not just about grand accomplishments or material wealth. It's about the love we give, the wisdom we impart, and the memories we create with those around us. Our legacy is written in the relationships we build, the kindness we show, and the impact we have on the lives of others. Focusing on nurturing meaningful connections and living with intention in the present is the most powerful way to shape our legacy. The things we do today, the moments we share, are the true gifts we leave behind. The future is a gift. In closing, it's important to remember that the future is not something to fear. It is simply an extension of the present. The more we can let go of fear, the more we open ourselves up to the possibilities that await us. The future may be uncertain, but it is also full of potential, and it will unfold as it will. By closing the door to fear, we make room for hope, joy, and the quiet satisfaction that comes from living fully in the moment. The future will come in its own time and in its own way, but we don't have to face it with anxiety. Instead, we can embrace it with an open heart, knowing that no matter what happens, we are ready to meet it with courage, faith, and love.